Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. You are very welcome on this webinar. For those of you who are new, and I spy a lot of names that I don't know, you are very, very welcome. I'm also spying a lot of old friends of Leo, and it's just nice to see you. And thanks for coming on the webinar. Now, we have a fairly short and sharp general update webinar, but we're also joined by Marios Mamzeris, who's going to go through some tips and tricks and safety measures when it comes to LeoCoin 3 and some of the things that you have to do there. I'm looking forward to that later on in the call. As all of you are aware, we are definitely going through very, very challenging times and difficult. And I want to thank all of you who've reached out to me and offered your support and your commitment. And it means a lot because sometimes we work and we battle and we work and we battle. And sometimes you get the feeling, do people really care? Well, you as a Leo community, you have really shown that you care. That said, obviously there's a lot of uncertainty. Obviously some of our enemies are jumping up and down and rubbing their hands with glee, and that's to be expected. There's also people who are spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, so that they can recruit people, you people, or your people into their new shiny venture. It is what it is. Where we are now as an organization is that we are very, very busy now working towards the 21st of September and the cruise. That's all fantastic. We're doing that's kind of the big Leo reset. Many of you have heard me speak over the years, and I've talked often about this observation that I've made, that a leader often steps out or has an opportunity to think, or has a situation where he's got the ability to focus single-mindedly on what he's about as a leader, I guess, or what he's trying to do, or his objective, or his dreams. And certainly I've had that opportunity, and it's been very challenging and very rewarding as well. And I kind of now have a very clear vision for the future. The other thing that is important is that I think I see some of the ways where Leo as a business and as a business model, we've certainly not always got it right. We've certainly made our fair share of mistakes, as any startup business does. But after 7 years, we've weathered many, many storms before, and we are still here, still fighting, still sort of in the breach, and we're not giving up by any stretch of the imagination. But what we also have is a bit of clarity and where we're going. And I don't know. I have often shared with you as well this little one-liner that I've always recognized that I'm absolutely not perfect, but I am honest. And I was moved to tears the other day because there was a particular gentleman who's an executive in our business in the Dubai region, and he shared with me that he heard me say this thing a year and a half ago or something, and he said that was the thing that really changed it for him, because in his words, finding an honest company in the world and the times that we live in is not an easy task, and it's something that's very, very precious. The company doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's honest as its baseline, that has an awful lot of value. This is a gentleman who actually got diagnosed with a brain tumor and had an operation, and the brain tumor was the size of a hazelnut or half of your little finger, and it was in his brain, and it was in the areas of his speech center. So the hospital did an operation, and they sawed open his cranium, and they did this not under general anesthetic, they did it under local anesthetic. So he had this operation and he was conscious. And the reason that the doctors elected to do this for the first time in this hospital's history was because the tumor was sitting in his speech center, or the area of the brain that's responsible for speech. They wanted to be able to talk to him to see if their intervention was affecting his speech or not, which is kind of I get the logic, and I was quite shuddering when they shared this story with me. And I've seen photos of him afterwards, and it was a big uh, metal staples across his skull and all of this stuff. But during the operation, when he's under local anesthetic, and he came to a training and he shared this story, he was verbalizing different things and responding to the doctor's prompts. But one of the things that he kept repeating that mystified the doctors didn't understand, that the surgeon didn't understand what this was, but he said, I am not perfect, but I'm honest. I'm not perfect, but I'm honest. And he shared this story, and there was not a dry eye in the house. And I think that there's something about the Leo vision that we all have. There's something about the aspirations that we have, the positive impact that we can make, the schools that we can build. That no matter how much the dogs bay, no matter how much the dogs bark, we kind of just carry on and doing our thing. And so on that note, I just want to say thank you to all of you who are standing with us, and all of you who are facing these tough times. And trust me, I know how difficult it is. I know how you have to face the people, and you have to answer their questions and their uncertainties, and it is what it is. Now, we are fighting, and we're moving forward, really looking forward to the cruise on the 21st of September, because that's when we're going to release and reveal some big changes, coming out of a combination of all of the things that I've talked about here now, but coming out of observations that I've made, creativity from some people that I really care about, and who really have a good grounding in the industry, and some of the things that we're doing. I hesitate to use the word, but they are revolutionary. They're things that have never been done before in the industry, and they will put the rewards where they should be in the worker bees' hands, and the people who want to manipulate the plan, and want to sort of scam the business, and somehow maximize their potential for no benefit, for no added value. The new stuff is very exciting, and we've had some what shall I call it? We've had some leadership tests on the basic concepts without going into the detail, and they absolutely love it. So we are in good shape, as well as going through terrible times. So it is what it is. Now, the 10-10-10 program is working extremely well. We're seeing new members and new recruits coming into our business in never before seen numbers, and that is because we've created something that I think the world, the zeitgeist, the times that we live in, it is like the world is going a little bit mad, and it's stress, and people are crazy, and there's extraordinary things happening in Brazil, and in North America, and in Hong Kong, and in the Dubai region. There's just craziness all round, but the people are looking for something different, and there's kind of a feeling for social entrepreneurship. There's kind of a feeling for something that is modern of the times, but that does not leave a karma debt and burden, if you like. So the 10-10-10 works because it's kind of a free entry, and it's kind of a beneficial entry into our program for people. And if they do some work and become a team builder, they get benefits, and you know how it works by now. So we're seeing that we're having a great geographical spread of the success. So this is working in so many different regions and areas and countries, that it's, I think that we've hit some sort of universal principle. And we're also starting to see duplication now, which is what the name of the game is. So very, very happy. And I think that the combination of recruitment and of training and of upgrading people and getting people to understand what they're part of, that process that people are engaged with on the 10-10-10 program is working very, very well as well. So very, very inspired by that. We're also starting to see our first 3 members now starting to do their upgrade path, and all of that is very, very nice to see as well, because that means that they weren't pitched and closed in a one motivational seminar with behind locked doors, like some companies do, and trying to scam them by saying that you have a break-even thing here if you just sign up 2 people. Yeah, your break-even things are in these coins and those coins and those bullshit benefits. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a different thing where people educate themselves and then upgrade. And there's an endorsement implied in that. That's very motivational as well. So the effort, lever, and spark of us working together on products and programs that kind of work, the spark on that for Leo Coin price, by the time we get to the 21st of September, I think that we'll see very, very interesting things. At the moment, we are certainly seeing some very interesting behavior on the external Leo coin markets, where it's very, very clear that some actors, some agents, or whoever they might be, are deliberately dumping Leo coin at prices that make no logical sense. It's like they acquired these coins for nothing, and anything that they can get for them is a benefit for them, because we certainly know that our members wouldn't be dumping on that level, because makes, like I said, it's irrational behavior, which I've learned over the years usually means that there's some sort of malice or manipulation or something else going on behind that. And let me just leave that there. Now, just to remind you, the Bronze Rank Award, 7th to 16th of August, 17th to 26th of August, and 27th of August to the 5th of September, is going through a diminishing roadmap. So 1,000 to 750 to 500. We are still for another day in the 750 world, and then it drops down to 500. Now, again, in the real world, you and I know that this is not a massive thing, but having that deadline of getting something less is something that you can use for your sales to get people to make a decision and what have you. And again, I'm not talking about pressure selling. I'm not talking about you using inappropriate techniques of any sort, but it's just something that you can use to speak to people. So fine. Now, there's the general housekeeping rules, as always, about Leocoin 3, because we're on a blockchain and we've got an Ethereum backbone. You need to register an Ethereum wallet address. If you don't understand, go to leocoin.org, register staking at reward.leocoin.org. Withdrawals are available once the Leocoin 3 address is verified. So you know all of this, and this is kind of part of the learn space of our business model of learn, earn, own, where you have to actually learn something if you want to participate in something new, and it is what it is, and I make no apologies for that. But what we try to do is try to make it easier for you and your new members and your brand new people to learn quickly. So the resources are available at all of these places. So get going and go there. On this slide, I see also that we make reference to LMS exchanges. Part of the reset from the 21st of September, I'm just giving you an unofficial heads up, is that LMS exchanges will change fairly dramatically. I think there's been recognition that the product package is over incentivized, and with some of the dynamics in the marketplace and in terms of the price of Leocoin, the rewards are there are extreme, if I put it that way. And so I'm just telling you now that on the 22nd of September, or whatever the exact cutoff point will be, the LMS exchanges will be a very different product and much less attractive than it is today. So while I recognize that we're certainly going through some uncertain and ambiguous times, for those of you who are out there pushing and marketing and love this product, this is the time to sell it, because from the 21st it will look very, very different. So fine. What I also have is the pleasure to introduce you to Marios Mamzeris. This is a chap that I've known for, I must be coming on for 5 years now, and he is the lead on Leo Exchange. He is a guy who is very, very well versed in blockchain technology and everything that goes around that space, and we're very, very proud to have him as part of the team. He's worked with us for years now, and many things that were very, very critical came to his attention, and he saved our bacon several times. So he's one of the people that we're very, very proud to be working with. Normally resides in Greece, and has come on here to give you tips and tricks and safety instructions, which should be 4 slides that he felt the need to share with you, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. So put your hands together for Marios Mamzeris.
Thank you, Dan.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Well, it seems that many times many of us are making some mistakes, especially when we have to transfer our Leo coins from one wallet to another, but mostly and most recently regarding the Leo coin upgrade and how we should be using the new Leo coin wallets. So there are some instructions and some safety tips I would like to discuss and share with you. Can we have the next slide, please? Great. So first things first, read the instructions. Please go on leocoin.org. There's all the information you need there, all the different steps one by one you should follow when you want to make the Leo coin upgrade to the new Leo coin 3. And please go to the menu on the top side of the page and open the guides page, where you'll find information about the new Leo coin holders reward and also some suggestions for some wallets you can use for your new Leo coin, which are very easy to install on your desktop or your mobile devices. Everything is there. Please read the instructions, so they'll help you avoid almost all the mistakes that can come later. Next slide, please. Great. So some very important notes and things to take care of. First of all, the Leo coin value that we can find in some websites is not always accurate, because recently, a couple of months ago, there was a new token created by the Bitfinex exchange that also is using Leo as a ticker. This is the Unus Sed Leo. It belongs to that exchange. But unfortunately, the websites that are using it have confused the tickers, and some services that are generating rates are showing the false rates for Leo coin in some wallets or some other websites that are using obsolete data. Of course, the Leo coin value is not controlled by Leo. You all know that by now. It's like any big cryptocurrency, like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, or all the other coins and tokens out there. The value is set by the market. It has to do with what people are trading, who's buying, who's selling, and in no way Leo could manipulate that more than any other Leo coin holder could. The new Leo coin token is right now available on the live coin exchange. BitZ will soon upgrade, could be like in a week's time or so, and Top BTC and others will soon follow. Their teams are working on that. There's a huge list they have on tokens listing, so it takes some time. As for the Leo coin holders reward, which is almost identical to the previous stake, POS as you know it, please make sure you visit reward.leocoin.org and register your new Leo coin 3 address there. This is the only way you'll start receiving the reward, and it works much better than the previous stake. You get it every month on a standard date after the few working days of the month. You can follow it up online at any time, see how many rewards you received in the past from that website, if you keep the URL, if you save it, or just use your same address anytime. And you don't need to have your wallet online. You don't have to get it synchronized and all the issues we had in the past. So it's much better, people. Please go there and register for the Leo coin reward. Otherwise, you're just missing out. Next slide, please. All right, now some things you need to do and keep up as a good habit, and then we'll discuss some things that you should be avoiding. So first of all, before making any upgrade, make sure you have a new Leo coin wallet on your device. You could be using your desktop or your Android device or your iOS device. It doesn't matter. There are wallets for any device. Just make sure you download the one you need, install it, and try it out. So for every wallet, when you start it, when you install it, either it's on a desktop or a mobile, it has some type of security. It either gives you a password or a passphrase or a 12-word seed. Please make sure you're very careful with that. You write down the words, you save them on a piece of paper, on a USB stick, something other than the mobile device you're using, or your computer, and you always have it available. Otherwise, if you do lose this passphrase and something happens to your device, you lose your phone or your hard disk has a problem, then you lose all the coins and anything else in that wallet other than your Leo coins. So when you do have the wallet running on your device and you feel you're ready to perform the upgrade, don't send all your Leo coin at once. First, try it with 1-2 Leo coins, follow up with the procedure, see if you receive it on your Ethereum wallet, and everything is as it should be in your new wallet. And before making any Leo coin transfers to another exchange, please make sure that the exchange you're about to transfer your Leo coins to is accepting Leo coin and not just Leo, as it could be the other Leo I mentioned earlier from the Bitfinex exchange. And unfortunately, some members have already made this mistake, and they've sent their Leo coins to an exchange that is actually not accepting Leo coin. They're accepting the UNUS said Leo token. So this is very, very important. And last, in the case you're using a desktop wallet, like the one we're suggesting, which is the Atomic wallet, or any other desktop wallet that can handle Ethereum and can handle ERC20 tokens like the new Leo coin token, make sure you regularly check that wallet's official website, as new versions usually work better, are more secure, and as it happened with the Atomic wallet, are not anymore representing false Leo coin values as the owner said Leo that we discussed earlier. Next slide, please. All right, great. So some things that you should try to avoid. Don't use an exchange to perform the Leo coin upgrade. There are people that they have their assigned Ethereum address on another exchange, and they've used that address to upgrade, because if you go to the Leo coin upgrade page, you'll see that it asks you for a Leo coin 2 address, so you can send your Leo coin 2 token coins, and it asks for your Ethereum address where you will receive your Leo coin 3, the new token. So that Ethereum address should be your own address on your own wallet, and not an Ethereum address on an exchange, as it is very possible you might lose all your tokens if you use that for the transfer. So never transfer them to any other exchange that is also trading the UNUS said Leo token, the one from Bitfinex, as you might get confused if you see the ticker Leo, but you should also check if Leo means Leo coin on that exchange. Otherwise, don't do it. People done it in the past, and then you'll have to solve this issue with that exchange support team. So never transfer your Leo coin tokens to another exchange by using your Ethereum address. This is another issue that people had problem with. If you go to, let's say, livecoin.net, the exchange that is currently trading the new Leo coin 3, make sure that when you're about to deposit your Leo coin 3, you are depositing to your assigned Leo coin 3 address and not on your Ethereum address on that exchange. It could be the same. I'm not saying it's not, but you have to make sure with the exchange you are always depositing to your Leo coin 3 assigned address. Otherwise, just sending them to the Ethereum address of an exchange could mean that you lose your tokens. And again, you have to figure it out with the support team of that exchange. And last but not least, as you know, never share your account passphrase or password, either for your wallet or any account or in Leo or any other exchange, with anyone asking for it. Nobody should ever ask you for your password, either if it's for your Leo account, your Leo exchange account, or your wallet. Nobody should ever ask for that. Nobody knows the password, and there are always ways for you to find out your password should you lose it or forget it. And never share that with anyone asking for that on an email or a call. That's about all, and we can send you this file, and you can have it or download it from Leo very soon, and you'll be informed about that. I hope you found that useful. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you very much, Marios. That's fantastic. I really appreciate you coming on the call here. I guess you're not having a bank holiday in Greece today.
Not really.
No, they are. Everyone in the UK is enjoying time with their family today, so all good. Fine. So I really appreciate that. We've got some office closures. Obviously, the UK I've mentioned. Today is the 26th. Sunday, the 1st of September in Dubai, and Canada, the 2nd of September for Labor Day. So just be mindful of those. And it kind of it comes down to call to action. In difficult times, it feels like you can't do anything, and I get that. Having said that, the people who make the biggest advances ever are always the people that face the challenges and work with it and sell and market what they have. We often make the mistake of thinking that we have to wait for something, and the water has to be perfect, and we have to be surrounded by lifeboats, and we kind of have to do our thing when the conditions are just right. And it's kind of the opposite that's true. You have to work with what you have, and use your commitment and leverage that going forward. And you have a few things. We have the bronze upgrade that gives you a little bit of a deadline to sell, which is terrific. You have my little inside tip around LMX exchanges that product will become less attractive from the 22nd of September for sure. The re-engineering of our business model is going to be very exciting. But between now and then, it's another case that you'll kick yourself later if you don't pay attention to what I'm telling you now. So it is what it is. But that's a call to action. If you have any of your team members and your teams that are working the LMS exchanges product, then this is the time to really push it. Register your Ethereum wallet. We've mentioned that so many times over the period, but there's still people haven't done it. And stake your LMS rewards, etc., etc. So the call to action is kind of there. And for those of you who are committed and those of you who are supporting us, fantastic. For those of you who are worried about the future, don't fear. We are here. We will fight through. The basic business fundamentals is that we have the assets to cover any shortfalls that we have. The other thing that's very interesting is that even though people, on the one hand, are very skeptical about Leo and skeptical about Leo coin, just in the last 48 hours, I was informed about something that looked like a hacking attempt, and we were quite concerned. We heard primarily from Chinese members. I don't know if it hit any of you people in your different markets and regions, but we had notifications that someone seemed to be changing the wallet addresses for withdrawals of their Leo coin assets. And we thought, oh, what's this? And we sort of dug into it. Literally 2 minutes before this call started, I got an update in haste from IT. And what seems to have happened is that someone has gone in and tried to change and manipulate the systems. And so they got through to the first stage where they were able to actually make a status change on something. This wallet address issue. But the second stage of actually withdrawal, they were not successful with, to the best of our information at the moment. When we aggregated up the attempts that they'd made, it turned into that someone out there in the world, I guess I can only call them hackers, had tried to make fake withdrawals from our members' assets of something in the region of, and we're still putting together the numbers, but something in the region of 5 million Leo coin. Interesting. And we thought, whoa, hold on a minute. But again, I think that this could also be commercial interests trying to destabilize and trying to cause fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But needless to say, it was blocked to the best of our knowledge now, and not had any indication that anything is about to happen. But with the IT team, bless their cotton socks, are working hard on it and just getting into and digging into it. But it's again something that I'm very proud of, that we have maybe sometimes a bit of a clunky back office. Maybe sometimes we could be a little bit sexier and it could be a bit smoother. But in terms of the security and in terms of the stuff, we have never been successfully hacked at any significant level. And we've sort of been in this space, and the crypto space is full of dark operators and people who try to take advantage, and so far so good. So I touch wood because I don't want to jinx it, but to kind of say that we are perfect would be not the correct thing, but we are trying jolly hard, and we are doing everything we can to deliver a long-term business for you and for your families and for your communities and for your downlines. And that's all I can say about that, really. So for those of you that have reached out to me, I thank you really from my heart, because it means a lot to get positive feedback. Some of the feedback that I'm getting from people, they took a lot of notice on one particular slide that I presented recently, where I kind of used this English of keep calm and working and carry on, showing a lion, and then I shared with you that actually at the foot of the lion was a couple of lion cubs. The thing for a leader in direct selling is you have to stand for what you believe in, because your people are watching. You have to, as a family man, you have to stand for your family because your kids are watching. In times of uncertainty, people are looking for leadership, and they're looking to see that the leaders are with the right path, the one that the people are with the company. And I am touched by how many of our leaders are staunchly standing with the company at the moment, and that is kind of something that you don't experience all the time. In many times in life and in business, you find that people are very, very prone to, or very, very easily betray you when times are tough. And I think that's what tough times are about, to show you who's who in the zoo, in that sense. And the leadership of Leo, not universally, and not to a man, obviously not, but the people that matter, the ones that stand up. There's many of you, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very humbled by that. And all I can say is I take that level of trust very, very seriously. And we will not fail because of lack of effort. We will not fail because of lack of trying. We will be going down with this ship. If that's what God wants, then that's what we will do. But we will not fail. We will fight it through. And some people that have been kind of straw poll tested a little bit on some of the reset things that we're doing on the 21st of September are very, very excited about the future indeed, because there's this sort of narrative, the sort of words that are coming back is that this is revolutionary. This changes everything. I've never seen this before, and it's quite cool. So we have something really big to play for, and we have the sort of the next big journey in front of us. Like I say, God willing. Sometimes no matter the best laid plans by men. What's that expression? Men plan and God laughs. But we are here, and our intention is to take this to wherever we can take this. So thank you very much for coming on the webinar. Thank you, Marius, for contributing. And I look forward to speaking to you next week, next Monday. And as always, there's going to be some very, very big things there that we'll talk about. But for now, have a wonderful week and speak to more people. Cheers for that. Bye, 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 bye.